my channel. It's your boy D Dyson. Daredevil Born Again, episode 7. Now we start with this as far as where we picked up. Just seeing the cops unveiling the layer of Muse and understanding what Muse had going on. He had bodies in there, hooks, stuff to how he always paints, murals with his victim's blood. So they were kind of like going into the spectrum of understanding that. Then we jump over to a clip and a scene where Kingpin is now aware that, the vigilante Daredevil has saved someone from the serial killer Muse, and he goes into a tirade. Like, he is so pissed off that Daredevil is back, and he was like, he's back, and he, thwarted my operation for 10 years. He is hurt. Like, how dare you come back? Like, you should have stayed away. So he already knows who it is, but he just like, so I know next episode basically is going to be confronting Kingpin and Daredevil. So it's going to be in a position where they're going to have to either face off either in the season finale, or it's going to get to that point, right? So I was really happy about that sense. Next, we kind of had just Matt being Matt, and then his lover comes in. He's in the shower. She's like, "What happened?" He was like, "Man, don't worry about it." And they kind of, they're the shower scene. You know how Matt Murdock is, and then we kind of get the understanding of, Matt does go see Hector Ayala's niece in the hospital. She's like, "Yeah, Daredevil saved me." That's all I can really remember is Daredevil is there, and like he's a hero, and he was like, "Yeah, somebody has to, be that person to step up and stop stuff." And so it's giving him a sense of purpose to be like, I gotta come back. And then we jump into Braden or Brandon? He comes back to therapy, and he kind of really reveals himself in the most eerie way. His blood, his nose started bleeding, and then he paints like who I really am. And that's when he tries to come and, unalive the therapist. And Daredevil comes in and saves the day. He jumps in from a window, and I'm like, broad daylight. He wrestles with Muse, he fights him, and then the therapist unalives Muse. And I'm still telling myself, I'm like, I don't know how the therapist doesn't know that's Matt, because he uses the same voice. I don't know how you can't understand that and know that, but that's just, it's TV. One thing that I was kind of really bothered by is that in this series of Daredevil, he's always, like Matt Murdock, as when he's wearing his glasses, he's always staring at the person. Like, versus in Netflix, he'll always kind of like look around, because when you're blind, you don't really know where the person is, so it's kind of like he's always like looking around. And this one, he's always staring directly at someone or at something, especially when he was staring at the paintings and was rubbing his face, and then it mimicked how he rubs his face with this girl. And he was like, oh man, like that's who you're going after. And I'm just kind of like, how could you even know? Because he looked dead at it. So that was like the things that I was more so upset about than anything. But nevertheless, it was still a good episode. I just feel like last episode, of course, was way better. But we're getting to ahead of the season finale, and I feel like that's when John Bernthal's Frank Castle Punisher comes to like help out with Red. And then we're going to lead on into the Punisher when it comes to street level MCU type of shows. So I'm here for it. I give this episode a 7 out of 10. Just the way that it's just a continuation into the story. Action at the end. Couldn't ask for more. So you guys enjoyed my review of episode 7 of Daredevil Born Again. Subscribe to my channel. Post a comment down below and like the video. It's your boy, D Dyson. Peace.